I never thought a cup of coffee could ruin my career and change my life forever. Until an intern threw it at me, claiming her husband was the CEO, and I made one phone call that exposed the truth. I walked into the office Monday morning with my usual calm energy. 32 years old, 10 years of experience, and a reputation for being reliable. I wasn't the boss yet, but everyone knew I could handle pressure. That's why I was surprised when an intern stormed past me, sloshing hot coffee all over my blouse and yelling, "My husband is the CEO, and you're dead." YouTube. Time slowed. The coffee sizzled on my skin. My brain screamed why. While the intern stomped back to her desk, smirking as if she'd just won some childish battle. I stood frozen, half in shock, half in disbelief. People gathered, whispering and staring. Some offered tissues and apologies, others looked at the intern like she was untouchable because of who she claimed to be. My first instinct was fire her on the spot. What kind of employee thinks assault is acceptable? But I was professional. I called the reception to send security. I changed my shirt in the bathroom. I took a breath and walked back out, only to hear half the office buzzing about the intern's influence. Every whisper included the claim, her husband is the CEO. YouTube. That night, as I scrubbed at the coffee stain that wouldn't fully come out, I felt anger boil beneath my skin. Not because coffee was spilled, anyone could have apologized and moved on, but because someone believed intimidation worked. The next morning, I walked into the office like nothing had happened. I smiled at coworkers. I greeted the intern. I didn't lose my cool. But in my mind, something was clicking into place. I wasn't just going to tolerate disrespect. I was going to uncover the truth. I went through the office directory. I found HR contacts. I checked public records for executives. Nothing matched the intern's claims. No CEO, no husband linked to any company leadership. Something didn't add up. YouTube. I sat down at my desk and dialed a number I'd saved months ago, not for work, but for situations just like this, a specialist who handled workplace conflicts and verification. As the phone rang, my heart beat fast. I wasn't scared, I was ready to expose the lie. The voice on the other end answered with calm professionalism. I explained everything: coffee assault, public claim, intimidation in the workplace. "Send me everything," she said. "I'll start verification and legal documentation." The line went dead, and I felt a strange mix of relief and anticipation. I walked to the CEO's office, not the intern's so-called husband's office, but my real CEO's. I laid out the situation. I didn't need to dramatize anything. I just showed facts, the complaint, the claim, the lack of evidence. He looked at me, first with curiosity, then with concern. "Thank you for bringing this forward," he said quietly. "We'll handle it." That was when the intern realized nobody above her actually exists. The next day, HR called the intern in for questioning. She tried to talk her way out of it, giggling, deflecting, then finally breaking down when HR showed her that her CEO husband didn't exist in any public record or internal directory. YouTube. Her smirk disappeared. She apologized with trembling lips. Not to me, but to HR. I wasn't there when it happened. I didn't need to be. I let the system do the work I had started. That afternoon, I found an email from HR in my inbox. "Thank you for your professionalism. The intern has been placed on probation and required to complete training on workplace conduct. We will remove any claims about executive relationships from internal communication immediately. Your handling of this was exemplary." I exhaled hard. I didn't want chaos. I wanted justice. Not revenge, accountability. But then, late that evening, my phone buzzed. It was a message from the intern. "I'm sorry. I lost control. I was scared of my performance here. I made up the story. I know I was wrong. No insults. No excuses. Just the truth I had known all along. She was insecure, not powerful." I didn't reply. In the following weeks, the office environment shifted. People stopped whispering about connections. They started focusing on work. They stopped assuming influence where none existed. One day, the CEO stopped by my desk. "I heard you handled this with dignity," he said. "That matters more than you know." I nodded. I didn't need a medal. But I realized something: the coffee incident was never about a drink thrown. It was about power, fear, and the illusion of importance. The intern learned consequences the hard way. And I learned something too. You don't need authority to be respected. You just need courage to seek the truth.